Hey fam, it's James again. I guess this is like a memory day. And I just wanted to kind of talk about a little bit more about stolen energy, stolen powers. Now, just to let you know, I've been in this program or whatever it is for about 3.5, 4 years. So what happened is that my ex-martial arts teacher, Eddie Jiang, or Jiang, and by the way, I looked up my old martial arts dojo location and everything like that. It is no longer existent. He and the teacher, I looked at the website, they still have the other two locations open, but he is no longer there. I'm guessing that he went back to South Korea with his stolen powers. And the other locations are still open, but everyone, like that whole location's gone. So, as we are seeing, as I have shown you, that they have these operations that are destroying people's lives and stealing their soul energy. And you saw the helicopter, the military helicopter, come right through. That this is more than just what you know. There are some real insiders. It's a part of the occult. It's it's part of the military industrial complex. It's a part of the police. It's a part of individuals, and the negative entities, as well as their biobots, and it's a whole freaking thing. And so, as I document these experiences, and I know there's a lot of videos, but there's a lot of experiences, and I've just been showing what's been going on a daily basis. I haven't even talked about what happened, and I kind of wrote kind of like a small book or manual that explained, a little bit more detail about what they were up to, what some of the things that they're doing, and it involved torture. It involves some very, very, very nasty, horrible things, including the killing of my family and replacing them with clones. It's like that deep, and it's hard to explain to anyone when your family completely changes. But if you're there, if you're there, you experience it, and it's really sad. It's maddening. I don't know what you can say or do about it besides just tell the truth, because they have teams of people who are against you. Anyway, so what was happening in my martial arts club is that I was meditating, and they had all this planned, by the way. So I would meditate and then connect to source and the greatest one, and I noticed some powers being unlocked that were amazing. One of the things that I noticed was that when I was able to meditate, no matter where I was able to literally feel the atmosphere. I would breathe in, and I could literally feel the clouds. I could feel the air around me. I could feel thunder and lightning and rain. And I actually, there were a bunch of times, to be honest, where I actually felt the thunder inside my body. So I would, I felt the thunder strike, or like build up. I felt like the particles building up and then about to strike, but I felt it inside my heart. And then I'd go, and my dumbass would go to the dojo, and this Eddie Jiang and his team would then promptly begin to steal whatever it was that I learned from that night and the night before. There was also a time I experienced chaos energy, where it felt like this chaos came outside of my heart, outside of my body, and it was amazing. An amazing feeling. And it was taken. And actually, I had, like, during that experience, that time when I was meditating at night, and this is in my own home, in my own office room, without anyone around. You know, I'd smoke some marijuana, listen to music, and meditate. I saw one time this little orb of energy that somehow, and it was making strange, like, computer noises, and I'm guessing that I was upgraded, like, you know, your body gets upgraded as you meditate and you unlock your DNA. And I saw it, I experienced it, and it got really, really angry that I noticed it, because it was inside my room. It was not outside, it was inside the room. And it was like, you know, this a little bit smaller than the size of your head. And it had, it was monitoring me. And so, you know, for normal human beings who have no idea about the military industrial complex, have no idea about some of the technology that they've got out there, they've got this fourth dimensional orbs that they can send around to monitor people, and basically it's like a computer or something, and it sends back information of what they were looking for or what they wanted. And so at that point I realized that I was under full surveillance, and it wasn't just surveillance. And by the way, they took every single time I had an insight, an ability to comprehend or see beyond sight, see with my mind's eye new things, they would take it. They would take our, and basically, from my opinion, from what I can tell, they're stealing our ability to fight back. These creatures are illegally stealing your abilities to fight their system, and then using it against you. And so I had a couple of times where, and this is when I just realized I was under mind control and they were doing this fear-based mind control, where they were changing my, like, you know, inducing fear into my heart, increasing its heart rate, trying to make it go crazy, try to cause schizophrenia, making your heart go up and down. And this stuff never happened to me before I entered the dojo. And, there were instances where I'd be like, they would start talking to me about not doing anything, like shut up and don't do anything. And I'd be smoking a joint. And all of a sudden, this lightning would strike a little far away. I'm not sure where it was. It'd be a clear day like this right here, and I'd be meditating, and lightning would strike. But I would also feel it in my heart and in my body and my soul. So I realized that they stole that aspect of it. Eddie Jiang, he probably lives in South Korea right now with his family. He took it. And, his handler and his master is I.E. Park, or I.H. Park, runs U.S. Black Belt Academy in Cary and Raleigh, North Carolina. So these jerks working with the CIA and other entities are just thieves. And, it's time to expose them a little bit. You guys got the pictures. Maybe I'll go and take video one day. I mean, they created an operation on me so that they destroyed my life, stole my family, killed them, and replaced them with clones, and then took the clones and put and entered their bodies with their own negative entities, so that they can continue their agenda. This is the type of bullshit that I've experienced. It is beyond reality at this point. And it's a little upsetting that I'm sitting here by myself and you've got negative entities still attacking every single day. Like, it's like they just want to bury you. And it really is disturbing. It's really disheartening that people have to deal with this, because you can't just go to the cops, because they own the cops. You can't go to the judges because they own the judges. There are videos of judges flashing Masonic symbols at each other, who are known to protect known pedophiliacs. I mean, this is so crazy that it is beyond belief unless you were a part of it. There's so many things that happened that are hard to explain, in one sentence or another. But that's just a couple of them. When my genetics were unlocking, they were coming and stealing. They literally took my body and decided, and I don't know what this guy's doing. He's now in front of me now. He was over there. Now he's in front of me. So I'm guessing he might be a part of this whole system. I don't know. Monitoring. Anyway, so, and unfortunately, it sounds paranoid, but I showed you the videos. You can see from the videos that these things are happening. And if you had the ability to jump into my body, you'd actually feel what they're doing on a daily basis. So yeah, they're literally stealing your genetic potential. So when you unlock your genetics, when you reach a certain point or cross certain gateways that allow you to open yourself up so you can fight these entities, they have created operations where they can just come and steal that ability to fight, so that you become a docile individual. They steal your potential. So what's going on is beyond just normal gang stalking. It's literally entities that are sitting around trying to unlock your potential and then stealing that potential for themselves. And I don't know if they're putting it into a computer, if they're taking it, but when you are mind controlled, and then when you have these messages coming to you and you're just sitting around having a joint trying to enjoy yourself, and then they tell you to shut the hell up, and then boom, you hear and literally feel a lightning strike, it kind of changes your perspective on reality. And some of that stuff can be holographic, I don't know, but I do remember when I was first, when my potential was first being unlocked, when I breathed in, it felt like I was breathing in the clouds, and then there are particles inside the clouds, and being able to interact with nature. I felt like I had the ability to interact with nature, and that's why I'm like, damn, I must be some type of elemental, lightning elemental, air elemental. But when I was breathing in, it's like I was a part of the air and a part of the potential chaos energy of it. And they stole that. And then they ran away like little children. And to me, the only way to get it out there is to talk about it and to explain to people that there are things that go bump in the night. These entities are nasty and they're evil. Evil in a way that you wouldn't believe. Evil in a way that will kill your family and then implant negative entities into them so that they can watch you and manipulate you and have sex with you and watch what you're doing and then stick things up your butt and steal your genetics and hurt you. This is the level of insanity that we have gotten up to. And it's hard to explain anything more. Peace out, fam.